We have been now more aware than ever before how patriarchy has affected women. Feminism has helped us understand that a lot better. Unfortunately, we have completely ignored or just not understood the effect of patriarchy on young men as well. Of course, patriarchy benefits men. Let's also be honest, it's disproportionately more beneficial to men. At the
Yeah.
same time, maybe young men for the longest time in our country have been told that your mission statement is to earn money, to do engineering, do MBA, to get a house, to settle down.
Yeah.
And the marks you get in school, the marks you get, the college you get into, the marks you get in college, the first package you get, the
I know.
CTC.
Yeah.
The worth of a young person is determined. I mean, a young man is determined like that. These are not issues that I had an understanding of growing up, even after having done engineering. I mean, I would measure my own worth in how successful or what designation or what achievement I had, and I never ever took a time to pause and think about who I am or what I want to do. And now these things sound very philosophical right now, but it's only when I had an anxiety attack that I realized, and I had clinical anxiety. I had anxiety for, I had to take therapy for a year and a half. Best decision
Okay.
of my life, honestly. The emptiness that I had that led me to anxiety was a dissatisfaction that I've had with my own life. And this dissatisfaction is not just about me as a person, but coming from a place of how patriarchy was affecting me and pushing me into roles that I didn't want to take. I didn't want to be the
Right.
man who only to be a man who enjoys life and does creative things and doesn't care about money. And while money is important, but is it more important than happiness or purpose?
There's more focus on men's mental health. How do you think we can take this momentum forward? I mean, it doesn't stop again and go back to old ways.
Men have always, for some reason, felt the need to be burdened by masculinity and being burdened by the pressures of running the family, even though that's not what they have to do right now in today's times, right? And again, this is also, I don't know, this is a vicious circle and a vicious cycle that I see, Mati, I think. And where fortunately women have had feminism, which has given them the platform to express themselves, to the platform to be empowered, to find tribes of women who are like each other, and who take strength
Yeah.
from each other. It's created a more equitable, positive world, and we still have a long way to go, and yet it has really enormously helped, right? On the other hand, men haven't gotten this memo,
Yeah.
where like no movement, no, nothing has told men that listen, women are getting empowered to reject their gender roles. You should also reject your gender roles. In its essence, feminism also does that, except that men don't see feminism as a men haven't co-opted feminism at all, which is just sad. Feminism has always been seen as an enemy now,
Yeah.
for
And
years.
men think they should be threatened by it.
Yeah, men are threatened by it, which is just weird, but it is patriarchy that has been the villain in all our lives. And men need to introspect, but the reason men don't introspect is because, again, there is hardly any movement that is positive for men. There are no positive movements for masculinity. There are no positive movements that push men and say, let's have these uncomfortable conversations, and it's okay for you to express. It's okay for you, like you as a progressive mother, would tell your child, and who's a boy, that it's okay for men to cry. But I have never been told that.